Bonjour à tous, et nous revoici sur Vampyr pour la suite de nos aventures. On venait de parler à Anton, on avait deux choses à faire, retrouver Ichabod Throgmorton pour lui rendre ses affiches qu'on a cramées sans faire exprès, et on a la clé des égouts sans doute pour aller, d'ailleurs c'est indiqué sur la carte, pour aller ici à l'entrée, pour aller choper un mec, sa quête donnait le point ici hors zone en fait. Et à mon avis on y rentre par là justement, par les égouts. Donc on va aller faire ça tout de suite. Alors je ne sais pas où il était, le Ichabod, parce qu'on le cherchait, on ne le trouvait pas. Et j'avais même dit dans la dernière vidéo de mémoire que quand on commence le jeu, on est derrière cette grille et on voit quelqu'un se balader. Et en fait c'est lui. Là après un chargement, il est apparu. Donc il apparaissait pas avant, puis en fait il était bien juste là. Alors que dans ma vidéo d'avant, il n'y avait pas de PNJ, et on ne le voyait pas, et je disais que pourtant il y en avait un au début du jeu. En fait ça devait être un petit bug. Une simple une déco-reco en gros, comme j'ai repris le jeu aujourd'hui. Il est bien là, notre Ichabod, donc on va lui dire qu'on a plus ses affiches.
Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
On va lui dire rien de nouveau. Ah si.
You've never faced, let alone killed.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
Stop fooling yourself. You've never faced a vampire before. You wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, that's not true, sir. I've already faced one of these creatures.
Oh, really? And you're still alive.
Well, we did not actually fight. I let it go.
What do you mean?
I entered the vampire's den. The stench was terrible. I was ready to kill it. But then I saw it. Just a suffering soul.
Tell me about the
It was... She was a girl. Her body was a mess. I could see pus running from the deep wound. She was crying in pain.
You cared about her. That's what defines us as human, Ichabod.
Yes, but she was a truly evil creature. I'm haunted by the tragedies she caused ever since I spared her.
I'm afraid your posters were destroyed.
It cost me good money to print those posters. Such a pity people don't take the vampire menace seriously.
Did you really think the posters would be useful?
See the sad saint of the East End? How a single man can help so many people? I consider myself the discreet protector of these men and women.
Tell me, Ichabod, why do you consider yourself the protector of Sean Hampton's shelter?
He is a truly inspiring example. Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are. Most admirable.
Goodbye.
Du coup la quête a été facile, étant donné qu'on a cramé les affiches. Ça craint bien ça en fait, j'ai pas fait gaffe à ma vie mais... Ouais ça touche à travers le... Super. Faut vraiment que j'améliore mon soin, ce qui me rend pas grand chose. Maintenant, maintenant que j'ai augmenté ma vie.
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
Oh, il est pas mort. Mais non! Je vais achever l'autre. Je vais juste me remettre full vie. Des full sang.
Giselle's stolen money. Prewan has some up.
Alors j'ai envoyé à Gisèle, je me rappelle plus qui c'est Gisèle. Gisèle Paxton. Lottie Paxton. Ah oui, c'est les deux sœurs, c'est celles qui sont au refuge de Seampton.
Unethical ways of financing their war.
Ouais, c'est ça, on est en dehors de la zone, c'est bien pour la quête. Beware, beware the wall.
It's locked, all right. That doesn't work.
D'accord, il y a quelque chose à faire avec ça. On va déjà explorer avant de vider l'eau. Parce que du coup, transvaser l'eau d'un endroit à un autre, ça va sans doute m'ouvrir un passage, mais ça va sans doute fermer un autre passage. Donc avant de faire quoi que ce soit...
There must be a way to control the water level in this reservoir. I need to find the wheel.
En fait. Et pas vraiment d'autre chemin. On va pouvoir tourner la valve.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
J'ai mis plus d'eau ici. Si j'essaye celle-là. Ok, on peut pas la fermer à cause des tonneaux. On a juste ouvert les deux valves. Maintenant, si je fais ça,
That doesn't work.
ça fonctionne toujours pas. Donc on va aller chercher la valve qu'on a vue en bas. Ça va être de l'autre côté du coup. Non, tiens. Ah ah ah. Ah. Ah bah oui, tout simplement en fait. Ok. C'est... Ouais, c'était tout bête. Du coup, c'est quand même bizarre. Parce qu'il y a quand même un tableau de commande là.
That doesn't
On
work.
va forcément pouvoir en faire quelque chose. Mais bon, ça date plus tard. Je pense que si là je pète les tonneaux, on peut fermer la grille
Should
déjà.
shut properly now.
Voilà. Est-ce que je peux monter? Non. Si je ferme les deux peut-être. Du coup, là, il n'y a plus d'eau du tout. Non, il y a encore de l'eau. Et maintenant que j'ai fermé les deux, je peux peut-être, avec le bouton central, vider l'autre eau qui a justement... Voilà. Non, ça vide pas le centre, mais au moins ça ouvre... Au moins ça ouvre la porte. Bizarre ça. J'ai entendu un bruit et le truc s'est barré. Un shilling et une balle. Ils sont radins dans le coin. Ok. Je sais pas qui c'est, mais... Vu son déplacement, c'est un vampire, mais pas un petit vampire en tout cas. Vampire ou loup-garou d'ailleurs.
I cannot enter.
Ça a l'air assez grand quand même. Hein. Ah bah il est là lui.
The
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again! The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally, a touch of lucidity. Learn to respect the laws of Ascalon.
Alors, il est résistant aux ténèbres et au physique, mais pas à mes griffes ni à ma lance de sang. Bonne nouvelle. 230, lance de sang. 154 les griffes. Ça va, il est pas très dur malgré son niveau 18.
When did you vanish? I'll slaughter these scalds while singing your name.
Wow! Ah oui, il a l'air d'avoir plusieurs phases. Ok. Alors, est-ce qu'il est toujours insensible à mes dégâts d'assommé? Non, voilà. Ils sont insensibles pendant le moment, les boss, mais pas indéfiniment. Oh, là j'ai plus d'enduit. J'ai plus d'enduit. Ah oui, d'accord, le dégât de zone.
I shall tear them apart and spill my blood to the pit. I shall snap my hair's brittle bones, newborn. Return to your apothecary and needles. Down, stay down.
Ouch. Oh, ouais. Pourquoi il touche? Oh, wow.
Here's brittle bones, newborn. You found your death in me.
Voilà. Intéressant. Je peux pas récupérer son sang ou quelque chose? Non? Bon. Tant pis. Je pensais que ça me débloquerait peut-être des pouvoirs ou un... Enfin des nouveaux ingrédients. Parce que la plupart du temps, c'est quand j'ai récupéré le sang sur des boss que j'ai débloqué des nouvelles recettes.
It's locked, all right.
Je trouve bizarre quand même, les égouts sont assez grands, on est tombé sur lui assez vite, et il y a plein de portes et de grilles fermées, donc à mon avis il y a quelqu'un d'autre dans ces égouts, il n'est pas tout seul.
At least one skull escaped Virgil's wrath.
Oui, enfin, si c'est un scalp, si on croise sa route, on va le tuer nous à ce moment-là. Hein. On va pas le laisser en vie. Mais c'est pas un simple scalp à mon avis, c'est justement l'autre personne qui traîne et qu'on entend et qu'on voit fuir au loin à chaque fois.
The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
C'est marrant parce que ça a l'air d'être par là alors qu'il y avait une grosse trace de sang. Du coup je pensais que ça c'était un chemin secondaire. On va remonter vite fait. Parce que je pouvais me téléporter là en hauteur. Ça devait être juste un petit coin en fait ça. Bah même pas, ça a l'air balèze aussi en fait. Parce que quand il n'y a pas de carte de la zone, pour se repérer, il faut vraiment pas oublier les chemins par lesquels on est passé. Si on veut rien rater. Bon, ici il y a l'air de rien avoir. Deux chemins ramènent ici sans doute. Ouais, je pense que c'est ça. Ouais, c'est ça. Je viens de là. Ouais, les deux chemins se rejoignaient tout simplement. Ça va, c'était pas.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
Ah, mais c'est peut-être pas son sang à lui, hein. C'est peut-être une grosse créature.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bridget.
Bless you, Bridget.
Bridget. Bridget. C'est bien ce que je me disais, ça me dit rien. Et en plus, bah, j'ai pas de point d'interrogation, donc j'ai découvert tout le monde ici, donc c'est bizarre. Elles doivent venir de Whitechapel ou du dernier quartier de Let's End.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst.
Ah, ce serait elle, la chienne des égouts, en haillon. Attends, c'est un quartier? Les docks. L'hôpital, Whitechapel. Quartier inconnu, mais c'est pas ici. C'est bizarre, je vois pas où il est recensé ce quartier du coup.
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you.
Salut Karak.
Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves, if they had their way.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire Society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Scow.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of Immortals. Blood drives them. enrages them.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
He was turned and is now a skull. I'm not sure he can be trusted anymore.
And why is that? Because he's a skull, he shouldn't be trusted. Who are you to judge?
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
D'accord, bah elle était déjà de toute façon énervante de son vivant, donc c'est pas étonnant qu'elle soit toujours dans la mort. Alors par contre, je suis censé être un gentil, donc est-ce qu'en tant que gentil, je dois tuer les scalds qui sont par nature méchants, même s'ils sont soi-disant pacifiques ceux-là. Je sais pas comment ils se nourrissent dans ce cas-là. Si je jouais un rôle méchant, si j'étais méchant, je voudrais de toute façon tous les tuer, mais parce que j'en aurais rien à foutre. Pour l'instant, on va les laisser vivants. Je peux pas leur parler, non, bon.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Ouais, je vais laisser en vie pour l'instant. C'est avec mon personnage méchant où je les tuerai tous sans distinction.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Ouais, elle devrait peut-être pas.
Keep your distance, Echo.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Ouais, bon, c'est pas des vrais civils, ils ont juste une seule phrase, ils ont pas vraiment de ligne de dialogue. Pourtant, ils ont une fiche comme les citoyens, quoi.
Old Bridget says you are
Mais
one
ils ont pas de nom, on peut toujours pas voir leur truc, donc... c'est vraiment comme entre des ennemis et des citoyens, c'est bizarre,
We're at your
c'est rigolo.
mercy. Will you end us?
Est-ce que je peux frapper? Non, je peux pas frapper de toute façon, donc de toute façon je peux pas les combattre, donc de toute façon problème réglé.
The vampire hunters will never find us here.
Ouais, bah je sais pas trop non plus. Alors les égouts, non, on va rester ici pour l'instant. Ils ont une fiche comme les citoyens, mais de toute façon je peux pas les frapper. Là si j'appuie sur taper, ça ne marche pas. Donc, de toute façon je ne peux pas les tuer. Je peux à peine leur parler. C'est vraiment juste pour la quête en fait. Pas vraiment d'interaction possible ici. En fait.
I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time. How is London?
Ouais, voilà.
I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time.
C'est ça, ouais, c'est comme un petit gang.
Your spell is enticing. So sweet of
Voilà, elle est là. Et c'est pour ça qu'il était appelé comme un chien. Donc ouais d'accord. Les Elkons c'est surtout les mecs comme nous. Alors Harriet, t'as bien changé. T'as un pied légèrement enflé. Un bras aussi d'ailleurs.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Do you take pleasure in court?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Ouais, ok, donc il
Why
mentait
did
pas,
you
il est
come
vraiment
here?
gentil, le Anton.
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
So you desire to...
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
Ouais, peut-être que si elle était plus aimable, elle
Will
aurait
you
été plus
respect
aimée aussi.
old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are similar, but not the same, Harriet.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest. No more words. Please.
Ok. Et le confronter. Le confronter à quoi? A priori, il a bien tué personne en s'enfuyant.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
Why do you live here?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the Guard of Priwen. The Ascalon Club.
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most Skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most Skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon. But it...
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
For how long have you...
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are Skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a Skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a Skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
Ok, donc j'ai fait le tour ici normalement. qu'il fait là, lui? C'est un humain, ça?
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine zone?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating the epidemic. You had better get to a safe place while you still can.
Oh, really? Well, go investigate somewhere else and leave me be.
I beg your pardon?
I said go. Leave me alone, sir.
Le mec, il sait qu'il est à 20 mètres d'un camp de vampires. Jade, salut. Tu penses quoi du jeu maintenant? Bah, toujours pareil. Moi, j'en suis très content. J'apprécie toujours autant le côté enquête et les combats. Même si les combats, en fait, une fois qu'on a débloqué ses pouvoirs, c'est vrai qu'on n'en change pas vraiment, donc ça se renouvelle pas vraiment, mais ils sont toujours aussi plaisants. Donc j'aime toujours autant le jeu. J'ai même recommencé hors stream le jeu en jouant un personnage méchant, pour voir un petit peu la différence. Mais je suis pas arrivé aussi loin qu'avec... je fais exprès de toute façon de ne pas rattraper ce personnage-là, qui est gentil, parce que j'ai envie de le garder... J'ai envie de me garder la surprise en fait de la découverte hein, pour mes vidéos. Mais dans tous les cas, ouais, j'ai beaucoup joué au jeu et je l'aime vraiment toujours autant. Alors, suivre les flèches pour sortir d'ici. Je pense que c'est là où... Ah bah ouais, ok, c'est flagrant. Donc a priori c'est par là, je vais juste finir de voir si j'ai rien raté. Par là c'est fermé tout ça, on vient de l'autre côté. Ok, bah non, on a fait le tour.
It's locked.
C'est bizarre, il y a plein de portes verrouillées dans ces égouts quand même. Hein. En fait, c'est parce que c'était plein d'eau. Et là, on était sans doute à la porte fermée du début qu'on va arriver. Même pas.
It's locked.
D'ailleurs, c'est quoi la quête cache-cache que j'ai eue ici, là? Convaincre Rodney de retourner au dock. Il est perdu. Ah, il me faudra peut-être le contrôle mental 3 pour le forcer à revenir au dock en fait. Enfin, je dis ça, j'en sais rien, mais je suis qu'à niveau 2 de toute façon. Est-ce qu'il apparaît sur la carte? D'accord, je suis mis comme ici et lui il est mis. Bon, bah je retournerai le voir plus tard. Refuge nocturne. Attends, on est dans le refuge là? Ah oui, effectivement, c'est le refuge. Ouais. Et il a pas l'air si gentil que ça en fait, hein, Hampton. Voilà le garde-manger de ce cher chêne. Ah oui, bah oui, c'est ce que je vois. Si ça c'est des humains et pas des vampires, Hampton, je vais devoir te Ah bah non, parce que s'il a une fiche de civil, je pourrais pas le tuer.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
En bonne santé, 6. Alors, il y a une fiche comme un civil, mais est-ce que je peux le tuer parce que c'est un connard parce que c'est plus vraiment un civil, ou ça va me faire foirer le succès de tuer aucun civil si je le tue? Parce que là, j'ai tout le monde de vivant. Il est considéré comme un pilier de la zone. Il protège pas vraiment les mortels et les scales s'il les bouffe, quoi. Voilà, je comprends pas là.
This shelter is the tip of the iceberg. You hide your game well, I'll give you that.
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
Ah, il se nourrit que de morts a priori. Ah, mais ça me l'a pas encore expliqué ça.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both Skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned Skal now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
Harriet, Miss Jones has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skulls, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
Il lui a pas dit que c'est des cadavres hein, jusqu'à présent.
Let's simply agree that all are one and the same. In death, I mean.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Donc étreindre, non, sûrement pas. Parce qu'il est considéré comme un civil, donc il faut que je le laisse vivant. Donc épargner, bon, moi ça c'est clair. Ou je peux le transformer. Mais alors, transformer, est-ce que ça va pas me le considérer comme mort? Du coup, ça va le transformer en vampire. J'ai pas envie de prendre le risque de le transformer au risque de perdre le succès, donc je vais l'épargner.
I believe you, Sean. In fact, I envy the peace you found, and will remember it.
There is love and compassion in your heart. You only need to give it wings.
Thank you for your kind words, Sean. Continue your noble efforts. You are a good man in bad times.
Keep to the light, my friend. Like all my flock, you have a home here. Anytime you're in the neighborhood.
Ok. Bon là, je suis passé niveau 3. En charme. Je vais retourner dans les égouts. Je vais voir si je peux pas ramener Rodney là justement. Hein? Ça a crié là.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
Et lui, il est encore là.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Did you see what happened?
Actually, yes. He was thrown.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely...
Goodbye.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Lottie, tell me about the...
Giselle killed her. Plain and simple. She killed her with her daily whims, her laziness, and her complaints.
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill, but I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
Giselle is the only family you have left. Don't you think it's time you forgave her?
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
Perhaps your sister is not as...
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister is the person I understand the least.
Oui, Tom Burton, toujours perspicace, ouais. Je sais pas si t'étais là, mais si t'as vu ma dernière vidéo, mais il nous a donné ses affiches. Je les ai cramées sans faire exprès.
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Goodbye, Miss...
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Goodbye, Miss...
You again? What do you want?
Giselle, I know you sleep at Hampton's shelter. What can you tell me about him?
He provided a roof for me and my sister. I am grateful, of course. But he gives me the creeps.
Why is that?
He's always sad. Like he's about to cry. He's always asking us to get closer to God. To give ourselves to the Lord. Creepy.
Giselle, tell me...
After our father died, Mother worked so hard she made herself sick. We spent all the money we had on useless drugs and doctors. It was hell.
Hell? What do you mean?
The three of us were exhausted and desperate. And when I'm desperate, I tend to get angry. And I'm hard to live with. Lottie said I killed Mother.
You should talk to your sister. Whatever happened when your mother died, the truth lies somewhere between your two versions.
I don't want to talk about that. It was years ago. We Paxton sisters are tough. We don't apologize.
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money, too?
Yes. Here it is. They thought they could...
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well... Thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Why does that upset you so?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Well, I'll leave you.
Ok, on va examiner le cadavre vite fait.
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
Ah. Qu'est-ce qu'il fait avec la broche de maman?
"29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there."
Ok, alors, ce qu'il nous reste à faire, on va retourner vite fait dans les égouts pour essayer de convaincre Rodney. Maintenant qu'on est niveau 3 de charme, on va voir si on peut le forcer à peut-être revenir à l'extérieur. Mais on va faire ça dans une prochaine vidéo. Merci à tous d'avoir suivi ça sur YouTube. À la prochaine!